What is going on, all you card collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the 40-year-old collector. So today we're going to look at part 3 of this 3-part series where I pre-screen cards that I'm going to send off to PSA for grading. Now, I shot this video months ago, but I've started to get some results coming in, so I really wanted to make sure that I got this final piece out. That way I can build content on it in the future. So here's what I do. In this video, you're going to see me look at some of the cards in this group, 41 total cards that I'm sending off to PSA. I look at them under a high-power magnification with a lot of bright lights. I'm going to call out any flaws I see. Anything that I think will prevent it from getting a good grade. I'm also going to go out on a limb and I'm going to guess some grades on these cards. What's really cool is I've already sent these to a professional pre-screener. Out of the 41 cards, they've already told me what should go to PSA and what probably isn't worth it. And the ones that went to PSA, they're already in stage 3 at PSA. So we're going to be able to build a lot of content out of this in the future. The goal is that we all become more knowledgeable. We all become better pre-screeners. We all get a better understanding of what PSA is looking for. Because in the long run, it's going to save us a ton of money and time, and it's going to make us a lot happier with the process. So I also want to remind everybody, this month is Cards Against Cancer here at the 40-year-old collector. So we've raised almost $50 so far, and that's only 6 days in. I really hope to cut a couple $100 check. So for every new subscriber that we get, we're going to donate $2 to our local children's cancer charity. And that might not sound like a lot, but I promise you $50 means a world to a family and a child in need. And like I said, hopefully that's going to continue to grow through the month of December. So if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Know you got a lot of cool content coming in the future, and also know that that's going to do some good with some children and families who are in need. So lots to talk about. Let's get after it right now. So now we'll get into the cards that I really care about. I'm a football guy. NFL Football Hall of Fame rookie cards is my jam. Jari Evans here. Amazing, underrated, doesn't get the press that he should. Offensive lineman for the Saints. Guy was a beast. That corner looks a little light there. Not thrilled with that. Good margins. You can tell the card's going to have good centering right off the bat. That's a good corner right there. Coming all the way down. Now, this is one of the guys who, there's actually a PSA 10 that's up for sale right now for about $200. And it's a buy it now and nobody's purchased it. It doesn't mean to me that it's not worth $200. It's that the market hasn't realized it's worth $200 yet. Because to me, look at that great sharp corner. To me, it's easily a $200 card. Now, the downside about this is a regular Topps run. That's a good looking corner as well. I think this will grade out at a 9. We're going to give this one a 9. The next one's the same card. So what stinks about this, though, is this is a regular Topps run. And well, why does that matter? Well, because Topps Chrome is notoriously harder to get good grades on, and scarcity is one of the key factors in determining value of these cards. That's a good corner right there. So when you've got a NFL Hall of Fame rookie card like this, you like it to be a little more scarce. A little bit of a soft corner right there. Still think it's worthy of a 9. Good margins. They've gotten away from as scarce as the Jason Witten, if you saw that in my other videos, the Jared Allen in the other videos, Edgerrin James, those numbered ones, when there's only 1,200, 2,000. I've got a Joe Staley, you'll see in one of my videos, it's numbered to 99. I have it in Gem 10. That's a great corner right there. Then it's almost too scarce. But if it's a card that's in abundance, like the Chrome, but it's hard to get in a good grade, I think that's a great blend. That's another good corner right there. Again, I'll never give any of these a 10. I don't think this is a 10. But I hope I feel pretty good. Maybe 2 9s here. I usually do 9-8 or 7-8. But I'm going to go make a bold prediction here, and I'm going to say 9-9. 9-9. Here's Willie Anderson. I looked at one of these on the other videos too. These cards came in. I bought them. I think I bought them in person. They were super sharp. Again, this is a normal Topps run right here. Solid corner. Solid edging, solid corner. The difference is there has been a PSA 10 of these. One that sold. Look at that black dot right there. Those are what you're looking for, those tiny little imperfections which keep you from getting a 10. I saw a PSA 10 of this sold for $650. So this is one of the few cards when I was buying it, I was like, I really want to get a 10 because I think the gap between a 10 and a 9 is going to be huge. Look at that. That's a soft corner too. I don't like that corner. Anytime it curls like that or it bends, it's just not what you're looking for. And you should be really honest with yourself. Look at that edge. Edge is a little... If you're the hardest grader in the room, you're never going to be disappointed. Look at that nice sharp corner right there. If you are the hardest set of eyes that your cards will ever see,
You will never, ever, ever, ever be disappointed. This might even be an 8, folks. I don't know. I didn't like that dot. I didn't like some of that edging. Let's look at these other ones before I give my... I have 2 of these, so before I give my pair count. Again, you see that the rounding of the corner. It's ever so slight. If you look at this card without the magnification, you wouldn't know it's there. It's focusing. It's looking a little better, but still not great. Good edge, though. Good edge, good edge, good edge. A little bit of fray in there on the edge. Looks like a pretty darn good corner to me. See that black dot right there again? I think that's in the exact same spot. See if we can't compare the two. Black dot right there, right above the orange. Black dot right there above the orange. So, you know, that's probably just part of the card. And sometimes that'll happen. Sometimes you'll be looking at a card, you'll think it's flawed, but then when you put a couple of the exact same ones, the odds of having the exact same black dot in the exact same spot and it not being a print run is pretty low. That doesn't mean it's not a print defect. It doesn't mean it won't take away from the grade, but at least you know somebody didn't pop this thing with a pen. It's a good corner, a little bit of fraying there on the edge. The fraying on the edge continues down the side. Another good corner. I'm going 9-8. I'm giving this one a 9 and the other one an 8. It all depends on that black mark. Is that on every single one Willie Anderson ever made? Is that on a select number of them? My imagination tells me, or my thoughts is, it's probably not on every single one, right? It's probably a print run where they had a mistake and these cards were condemned to the black dot fate. Here's another Trent Williams card. Man, I've got 3 of these. I showed one in another video. I just don't feel like any of them are any good. The corner's not terrible, not great. Coming across. And this is really the surface of these cards, which it doesn't look terrible on here, but you see all those dots above that helmet. Those are in there. Like, those are some kind of scratch. It almost looks like sandpaper went across it, which is a shame. I mean, the corner's super sharp over here. That other corner wasn't bad. Edging for a chrome card isn't terrible here either. Not bad all the way down. Another solid corner. Again, you can see it's just like it's pitting almost. Those of you who have real chrome, you know that your chrome will pit if it gets wet. I got some edge issue there right in the middle of the screen. A little bit of a soft corner. This would probably come back a 7. But what will actually happen is the pre-screener is going to look at this and say, "Hey Yahoo, why'd you waste your time boxing this up and sending it to me?" And I'm going to say, I don't know, but I did. There's a good looking corner. That's got to be on the... I feel like that's on the case. Yeah, I lift the case and that little white dot right there is on the plastic, not on the card. Good corner. Good edge. You see at the top, this one doesn't have that little sandpaper-like splattering. Another good corner. This card doesn't look too bad. I know there's something funky with it because I remember looking at it with the naked eye and thinking that it just wasn't quite there. Another great corner on this card, which is a shame. These cards got some great corners. See that down there? That's that sandpaper like pitting, common in these chrome cards. So a great corner. Great corners, good centering. Typically that'll supersede some surface damage. I'm not saying it's going to get a 9, but maybe this one will save us and get an 8. Where the other ones I think are going to struggle to get that high. Not a bad card. Not a bad card at all. And then Gator, even though I'm a Gator hater, Mr. Marquise Pouncey. I have 5 of these and I don't think any of them are worth much. It's a good corner right there. It's a little soft. You can see it, how it rounds out there at the tip. Coming across. See those lines? You can usually tell the difference when you're looking at this between dust bunnies and scratches. Those look like scratches up there in that upper left-hand side. That corner's not great anyways. Good centering. Man, I say this in all my videos, but you'd be amazed. I clean these. These are brand new penny sleeves. That's a great corner. Brand new penny sleeves, brand new card savers. Yet still they get dust bunnies all over them, still covered in crud. Great corner, surface damage you can clearly see. Look at that cut. I mean, this thing isn't even worth Well, it's worth something to somebody. I'm sure there are Gator collectors out there. I'm sure there's non-graded card collectors out there. Somebody like me, that's a bust. But that's okay. It's part of the game. Pot of the game. All right, starting off with a halfway decent corner here, but I don't like what I see there on that edging. We'll come back to it, continue in the motion we normally do. Come across, good top edge, good top corner. Decent run down there. Again, I always look at the margins. You can tell by looking at the margins when you get to these corners if it's going to be off center or not. Not bad, not bad. Good corner there. Pretty good. I haven't seen any of those egregious surface marks that I've seen in the other ones. As soon as I say that, we get to this corner and it looks like it was hit with a rock. Corner sharp. Surface damage. Again, this is one where you send it off, and I hope and pray to all that is holy in the card collecting world that this comes back an 8. If it even gets past the next pre-screener. But I have the option to tell them, right? Tell them I'll take an 8. Hey, let's roll the dice here. All right, better looking corner right there. Got a little bit of a fray to it. Well, not a great corner. See that line? It's the one we keep talking about. Again, one of the reasons I do this isn't just for me to take a look at them. This is for you and me to be able to look at as many cards as possible. You look at yours, you look at mine, and we start to see, hey, what does good, what does great look like? When these cards come back from PSA, the ones that make it, we'll have a real good understanding of what they look like ahead of time. I think there's tons of value in that, right? It's a good corner. I'm not seeing the terrible surface issues before on the left-hand side by his cleat. You know, that's on the case. That's not on the card. It's a decent corner. As we said earlier, I think up here we got some edge issues. Don't see a lot on the inside. A little something there by his pants, but I think that's going to brush off. Some edge issues, some edge issues, some edge issues. So, you know, maybe this is the guy. Maybe that's the one. Now, this next card I'm going to show you, this filled me with the rage of 1,000 burning suns, and let me explain to you why. So first off, I love this card and I love this player, Marshall Yanda, absolute animal. But what really frustrated me is this right here. You see this corner? Let me explain to you what happened. I bought this from somebody who lives, I don't know, 100 miles from me, and they mailed it to me. When they mailed it to me, it was in a top loader. It was not in one of these protective sleeves, so no penny sleeve, just a top loader, not even one of these card savers. And when I went to open it, the card was half in, half out, meaning the bottom half was in the top loader, the top half of the card was exposed to the envelope that it was in. Filled me with rage. Because overall, it looked like a pretty awesome card. This top half I expect to be mutilated. That corner, mutilated, trash. This edge, you can tell it's had a rough life. And you know, I'm not one to complain, but I just sent him a message. I said, hey, listen, whoever's shipping for you, you need to teach them. Put it in a penny sleeve. If you're going to send it in a top loader, put it in a penny sleeve first. Put a little piece of painter's tape on top so it doesn't roll out. They tried to blame it on UPS, and I'm not going to fight with anybody. Just say, hey, my bad, I messed up. They did give me a refund, but look at that corner. Look at this card so far. Look at these edges. Look at this corner. Like, yeah, they refunded my money, but I don't want a refund of my money. I want a PSA 9 Michael Yandra. Good edge on the bottom, the part that was protected. Let's see what this corner looks like. Not a bad corner. A little touch of white on it. Not a bad edge. You know, the thing is, this card, who knows? Maybe that corner was dinged before it was put in the top loader. Maybe not. What I know for sure is it certainly didn't get any help by being mailed the way it was mailed. And what I know for sure is this now doesn't have the opportunity to reach full potential because of the way it was shipped. So, really bummed out about this. Got my money back, but didn't want my money back. I wanted a great card. So anyways, this is the final one. We've completed all 3 videos on these cards that we're going to ship out. I've written down all the grades. I'll let you know in the upcoming video once I send it to the pre-screener which ones they decide to send back to me, which ones they decide to follow through, and then we'll all sit here and wait patiently while we wait for PSA and the grading gods to render us some judgment on these. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe, like, hit that bell. We have a lot of awesome content coming out. I hope you have an awesome day, and thanks for tuning in. Happy collecting, everybody.